Hey y'all, it's Lauren and Jamie.
This week, we're talking about our crazy trip to New Orleans.
This is the Chicks and Dip podcast. Hey y'all.
Hello.
It's Lauren.
It's Jamie. Welcome to the Chicks and Dip podcast. And if you're watching the video version, guys, we got a new setup.
We have elevated, y'all. We've got
We're
a rug.
upgraded.
We're in our new studio finally. We are so excited right now.
No.
Also, I feel like we need to draw a little attention to this chip bowl.
Literally.
My cereal bowls have been officially retired. Thank you to Katie for this giant big bowl.
Thank you. And the amazing salsa right in front of us.
Gorgeous.
We actually didn't eat all of them before we started recording this time. So that's a big, wow, we are so elevated and improved.
I'm telling you what, put us in a nice space and we'll act right. Anyways, so we have a fun topic. We kind of teased it last week. We are back from our New Orleans trip. It was wild. So that is literally what this episode is going to be about. We're going to be just recapping Chicks and Dip podcast takes NOLA. But before that, you have a little thing that we've been talking about. Bring it up.
Yes. So Lauren and I were both in sororities in college, but you dropped yours.
I was in a sorority for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't want any part of that after about 8 months.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But on TikTok, it's a huge thing right now of everybody doing their sorority rush. And this is so intense. Have you seen them?
I missed the boat because I wasn't on TikTok last year whenever Bama Rush was happening. But I got it a couple months late whenever it finally made its way over to Reels. But I don't know all about it. I've just seen a few. It's like the early days of Rush, right? I've seen the matching shirts.
Yep. Of course, matching shirts. There we go. And all the themes and everything. But they are doing full on dances. I'm like, I cannot imagine going through Rush and having to make all those TikToks.
Wait, so the girls that are going in, the newbies, they don't have to dance, right?
No, it's like the girl.
Okay. Can you imagine if you got judged on your TikTok dancing abilities? I'd be so screwed.
I'm sure they look at your TikTok, so for sure. Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing. But it kind of reminds me of when the videos of Sorority Rush first started. It's like the gates of hell opening, and it's like the girls all leveled on top of each other doing little chants and stuff. But now it's hardcore dancing in every video.
Oh my God. Did you I had a very scary experience. I guess I won't name the sorority, but I walked in just for the first water party, and it was that horrifying giant cheesy smile, and there was a balcony in this house, so they were above me, they were around me, and I was like, this is not for me. It was so scary. They were chanting and clapping, and it was horrifying.
What is a water party?
That's day one of Rush is what we called it, just a water party. Whenever you hit all the houses, you meet everyone, there's a water party, just because you get a little cup of water. You know what I mean?
What?
You're not in there long enough.
You're celebrating Rush? They give you a cup of water, a little Dixie cup of water?
Yes. Did they? Really? Yes. It is hot whenever you're rushing in Mississippi. You have to stay hydrated. So literally, the first day you hit every house, and you're not in there long enough to have quality conversations or do a craft or whatever. But you get a little water cup with a paper straw, and you meet a couple girls and get out. What did y'all do? Did y'all have alcohol? That would be cool.
We definitely did not call it a water party.
Yeah.
What the heck? Okay, well, also, my experience was different because we didn't have sorority houses.
Oh.
At one point in Pennsylvania, if you had more than 7 girls in a house, it was considered a brothel. So
Hell yeah.
we don't have sorority houses at Penn State. Instead, we have sorority floors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's in a campus resident thing?
Yeah, but they're really nice.
Cool.
But yeah, that is so funny. No, it was not called, I don't know, it was just Rush Day 1. I can't believe it was literally called a water party.
We had names for all of them. There was the Water Party Day, Philanthropy Day, Pref Night. I don't remember the one that was in between all that. Yeah.
God.
Did you have fun at Rush?
I mean, it was fine. I went into it very differently. I didn't look up any of the sororities before I went because I was I want to meet the most authentic girls, blah, blah, blah. But of course, everybody wants a top tier sororities. I'm not going to lie. I had some of them at the end, but I just didn't vibe with the girls at all. So I ended up being in Zeta. Shout out to all those queens.
Love it.
It's the best get crowned or whatever the frick. So I really had a good experience in my sorority, though. We were very big about philanthropy and everything like that. And we had Thon at Penn State, and we were the top Greek fundraising organization for 30-something years. So it was really cool, but it made me think of it because I was going to look for a little visual aid for last week's episode, and I just found all my archived bid day photos, and I'm like, who is she? With little space buns in her hair. And
Oh my God.
I think it was like a candy themed bid day or something. I'm like, I hate myself.
Ours was, I think it was space, like some kind of, like Katie is out of this world or something like that. Yeah, I did go with a top tier sorority. Shout out Mississippi State Kappa Delta AOT bitch.
I was like, were you going to?
Yeah, I went KD. We were the girls who partied, but also were smart. The perfect combination.
I think Zeta was known as like the nice, pretty girls that like to party, but not like crazy party.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Rush, and I liked my time in the sorority for the most part, but like then I got in trouble, and I got into standards, and like I really like hated it after that. I was like, you guys are so judgy. But I mean, I don't know. It was a fun time overall, I think. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't worth the money. I met everybody that I wanted to meet, and then I just like wasn't that into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's so funny because people are like, oh, you pay for friends. I mean, yeah, you definitely
do.
pay for sure. But like I've met some really good, like my best friends are still from my sorority and everything, but not everybody has that experience. And I feel like yours is very different, but sometimes people don't have a good experience because they don't choose the sorority that's right for them.
That's true.
So you gotta be
true.
Your authentic self.
True. My roommate, Annalise, she made out like with the best situation. She rushed and then she didn't actually join a sorority, but she met everyone she needed to meet. So she made all these friends and then she got to go to all the different date parties. Everybody was bringing her to all the different sorority date parties for free. I was like, damn, you did it right.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, we thought about that and I was like, let's talk about our sorority days for a second. So I'm going to have to whip out some of those old bid day pictures for us to post.
Oh, that'll be our visual aid. We'll share. I'm in like lime green in my hair at the time. I had purple hair in high school and my mom told me that I couldn't graduate with purple hair. So I tried to dye it back blonde and my hair girl at the time didn't know what she was doing. And so I had this like kind of auburny color hair for a minute. And on bid day, my hair is auburn and like a mess. I look terrible. I'm wearing like a snapback with auburn hair and I look like not myself.
Wait, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Excited. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Anyway, so any other intro stories? You want to just get into NOLA?
I think we should get into it, but I think we have something else to mention first.
So excited, y'all. Before we get into it, we want to shout out our new sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by Neutral.
Woo-hoo. Oh my gosh, we love this. And we specifically have the lemonade seltzer. So these are 100 calories made with real fruit juice, gluten-free. Guys, you gluten-free people, these are for you. But these are so good. We got 4 different flavors that we're rocking with. It is blackberry, peach, strawberry, and original lemonade.
Yeah, Neutral is so good. It's a vodka seltzer, so it's got vodka and real fruit juice in it. It's very refreshing. The lemonade to me is perfect in the summer because it's so hot out. Like, it's so hot out here that I don't want anything. I was saying this all weekend. I was like, I just want something refreshing that is as close to like a refreshing glass of water as possible. And these are like a flavorful splash of refreshment.
Yeah.
That also give you a little buzz. It's great.
And honestly, these are elevated from a normal seltzer. I love the mix because I feel like sometimes you can get bored with a normal seltzer, so the little lemonade gives it a little.
I haven't seen another lemonade seltzer on the block.
I haven't
so this
either.
is great.
Gotta grab them, guys.
Yeah. So thank you so much to Neutral for supporting the Chicks and Dip podcast.
Thanks. I love it. Okay, guys.
All right. We've got a list of things that we want to just roll over with this episode.
Yeah.
We were literally taking notes all weekend because all this weird shit kept on happening to us. And so we just made a running list. I feel like I'll kick it off so that you can take away point number 2. First thing that happened to us. So we show up at the airport, right? And our flight is at 5:30 in the morning. We walk over to the Delta checkout. It is 4:30 and no one is there. The line is 100 people deep and the airport employees, they're just not working. We were like, our flight leaves in an hour. Like, I know Savannah's a small airport, but like, where are the people at?
And we were so excited because we were ready so early, just there to check our bags. And then the Delta people literally came out at like 4:45, just slow rolling. Like nobody's been waiting. I'm like, are you kidding?
The people in front of us were going, yeah, I'm pretty sure like airports don't open till about 4:45. I was like, you're lying. That's literally not how an airport works.
If we had missed our flight, I swear, and also pro tip, get TSA pre-check. I had it, but Lauren did not. So I just went through with a little breeze. It was good.
It was so embarrassing for me. Literally, Jamie was like, I'm going to go over here. And it was 2 people in line. And I was like, okay, I'll meet you on the other side. And she would be texting me. I would be 50 people deep in the regular security line. And she'd send me a text. hey, I've got a table waiting for you. And I had to walk up with my shoes off like a scrub. It was horrible.
Like a scrub.
I will never not fly with TSA pre-check ever again. That was embarrassing.
Hey, we got through the flights and it was good, but we landed in New Orleans at like 8 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh my God.
It was a long day.
It was crazy. And it's only an hour time difference, but it was still like freaking us out. We got there and we were like, oh my God, it's lunchtime, right? It's 8 in the morning.
Yep.
Horrible.
We took a little snooze though because our room was ready, so it was fantastic.
Thank God.
But we got to explore a little bit, as we had mentioned last week. We were there for a bachelorette party, so we had a really good time with that. But the other story that we want to talk about, like Lauren said, we have a little running list. But we were walking. We ended up staying in a different hotel, and we were walking towards our friend's hotel.
Hold on. You're doing a terrible job prefacing this. Justice for me. It was pouring down rain. Pouring down rain. And in New Orleans on Canal Street, the like dip where like, I don't know, like your bags or wheelchairs or whatever can get on the sidewalk. Y'all know what, the ramp part. It is made of like marble. It's not made of concrete. So let's be clear about that. Continue.
It was also, if you're watching the video version of this episode, she was wearing the same shoes that she's wearing right now. So we have learned that they have no traction on the bottom. So we had just gotten like $8 coffees just walking down the street. And Lauren stepped on a wrong part and completely wiped out. Like I thought she was doing like a little jostle, so I grabbed her arm. Like, good reflexes for me, and no, she just went down. But save the coffee.
Y'all, it was the kind of fall like in a cartoon whenever one foot flies out from under you and then the second one flies up even higher than that. And I just fell ass on marble and my hand was stuck up in the air. Saved my freaking chai latte. So good that this lady was at the red light, rolled down her window and goes, I saw you save that coffee. I was like, yes, thank you. I'm in so much pain. Thank you.
Lauren was so pissed. She's like, did I get coffee all over myself? I'm like, no, girl, you're good. Like, I thought I ripped her arm out of her sock because I grabbed her so hard.
And okay, my friends that have known me for a long time can justify, like, I am good on my feet. I don't fall a lot. Like, I can count on both my hands the amount of times I've fallen in my entire life. I'm serious. But whenever I do, it's a spectacle. It's not just a trip. It's a full body face plant. I don't know. It was bad. And so then my bad luck continued. That same day, we went to the French Quarter to like walk around and eat. And I'm standing there eating my etouffee and I feel like something wet and a pigeon was just pooping on me. Like right above my head, I got pooped on an hour after I ate shit outside. I was like, what did I do? I literally was going, hey God, it's me. I don't know what I did, but I'm hearing you. I will behave. Like, I don't know what was happening. It was so bad.
Lauren was like, I just felt some liquid on my pinky nail, and I looked up, and I was like, you just got shit on by a bird. Like, it was so funny. Lauren's like, God, what did I do to deserve this?
I mean, seriously, I don't get it.
Oh
so
my gosh. Okay.
My luck turned around. Thank goodness I got punished and then we moved on. So that was pretty much it.
But a big part of this trip that we've also been waiting for was me trying Cajun food.
Yes. Oh my God. So y'all know I grew up eating Cajun food like my whole family. That's our thing. Mm-hmm. And Jamie, I'm always talking about like, oh, like gumbo on Christmas Eve and all this stuff. And she's like, I don't know what you're saying. So we did like a little food tour for Jamie. And you tried what, 6 different dishes? Mm-hmm. I think it was 6, maybe more. But what was your overall thoughts? Like overall?
It was pretty good. I don't think I'd pick it all the time, to be honest, but
okay.
All right. I mean, it was really good, but what was the rice and the beans?
Jambalaya.
Oh, I liked that a lot. I would eat that a lot.
That is really good.
Yeah. Everything else was good.
Solid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think I'd have to eat it a little bit more. We did more of like a little like tasting and moving on. I don't think I could fully immerse myself into the experience.
She was not into the crawfish etouffee. She said it was too salty. She made literally that stank face. She made that as soon as she took a bite. I was like, girl.
Oh God, I didn't even give that one a rating. I don't think. I just looked at you and was like, no.
It's a hard pass, 0. Oh God, I loved it. Etouffee is one of my favorite dishes. I can't believe you didn't like it.
I don't know what, honestly, I think I was so skeeved out by it just like coming out as a soup on a plate. And I was like, what is going on? Like, why are we not in a bowl? This just automatically, the appearance looks wrong. I mean, it was fine.
It looked kind of nasty. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a lot. Maybe I was also drinking sangria at the same time, so maybe there were just too many tastes going on in my mouth.
And I did get you some boudin. I'm mad that I didn't get you the like just straight up grilled kind. We got our fried little boudin balls, and I'm kind of mad that we didn't get you the nasty ones because like the sausage links, they look freaking disgusting.
I don't know if I could have done that.
It's so good though.
The ball version of it was like Good.
That's nasty
That
enough.
was good. The texture of that was a little scary.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So next thing, we're just running through this list, y'all. Like, just bear with us. This is just story time with Lauren and Jamie today. So every day we got to take like a little nap. We were there for a bachelorette trip, and so before we would all reconvene for dinner, we're like, we're gonna take a little nap. And so Friday we went back to our hotel, and I'm like, finally ready to lay down. I'm about to get in the shower. I got my t-shirt on. I've just taken off my pants. I'm ready to go. And
Just taking off my pants.
just taking off my pants. I'm ready to take a nap. And the alarm system in this hotel, I've never heard an alarm, like a fire alarm like this before, starts going off. And it was like talking. It was like, alert, alert. There is an emergency in the hotel. And we were like,
Evacuate now.
evacuate,
We're like,
evacuate.
So Lauren and I naturally, instead of leaving the building, start recording the fire alarm. We're like, oh shit, we should probably leave, actually. And we're on the 11th floor. So we're sprinting down the stairs. Some woman comes out with this miniature dog. Like, everybody's running for their lives. I think we got to floor 7, and they're like, everybody can go back to their rooms. False alarm. There was no reason for that alarm to go off. We're like, are you kidding?
Like, did someone pull the fire alarm? It was really, honestly, it was scary for a second because Jamie, I think that we've talked about this a little bit before, but Jamie's like a little worrier. And she is. Every time we go to like a movie theater, she's like finding the exits and she's like scanning the room for anyone who might have a backpack. Like, she's really scared of shit like that.
Okay, I am just so aware of my surroundings. And honestly, I can defend myself because that one time that we were at the Nutcracker, that man was weird as hell. You know it too. He came in, walked to the front row, stood there, and then left. And I was like, did he put something down?
Yeah, no, she looks at me and goes, what did he just put under the seat? I'm like, did you see him do that? No.
I was like, did you see that, man? Lauren's like, no.
No.
See, but this is what's good, though. I'm just aware.
No, but before this whole alarm thing went off, we were getting on the elevator and there was just like some chaos in the lobby, like nothing out of the ordinary. We're in New Orleans. But Jamie was like, what was that about? What was that about? Do you think that they're going to rob the place? I was like, rob the...
Yeah.
Rob the
We
hotel?
got into the elevator, and I was like, I thought there was going to be a robbery.
But then the alarm started going off and I'm like, oh my God, she's finally right. She's right.
It's forgot about that. Oh my God. I really thought something. I was preparing myself. I was just, and we were in an elevator. I'm like, there's no exit. How can I kick someone in the throat from my 5 foot self?
I thought that it was happening whenever that alarm went off. I really thought. And so then, of course, I'm like, well, nap time is over because I can't go back to sleep after all that excitement.
Nap time is done.
Yeah.
Wait, I also want to point out, did you wear pants this weekend when you went to sleep? I didn't notice.
No, I wore panties. No, I didn't wear any pants. The whole time we were sleeping together, I didn't have on pants.
Oh my God. Okay, so I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I keep my apartment at 73 all the time. And Lauren, you keep yours at what, 68 or something?
68.
Yeah.
I run hot, okay?
So I purposely packed sweatpants, a sweatshirt, everything, because I was trying to be a good friend. I'm like, I'm going to compromise so that you don't sweat. So I was fully bundled up all weekend, just curled under, my hood up, everything. And I was like, shit, it's kind of cold. It's so bad, but
I'm
we
like,
did
it's
good.
hot in here. Literally, Jamie was asleep in sweatpants with the hood on of her sweatshirt, cranked around her face. She was so cute and so cold. And I'm literally one leg out, no pants, sprawled out, still somehow sweating.
So
Ridiculous.
funny. You're so chipper in the morning. Every morning you woke up before me and I'd be like, hello. You're like, hi, good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are you? Oh.
On vacation, I'm ready to go.
You were ready to go, showered, everything. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Can we have another day? Oh my God. So funny. That was hysterical. Our next story. So, for those of you who know me, I love a good Red Bull vodka, which is kind of psychotic, I feel like. But we were at the bar and I was trying to get one. And I was like, hey, can I get a Red Bull vodka? This man, this bartender, I'm still so offended. He picks up the fountain soda little handle and looks at me and just shakes it at me.
No, you didn't say, can I get a Red Bull? You said, do you have Red Bull? Because they
Oh,
didn't have
that's
it
what it
out
was.
on the counter. You're like,
Yes.
do you have Red Bull? And he holds up the little spray thing we're supposed to know what the hell that means. He's like, if you're audio only, he's making this crazy face we should
I'm
know what he's saying.
Stupid. I'm like, oh, are you gonna pour it out of the fountain soda?
Jamie,
you asshole?
she literally goes, is that Red Bull? What?
And he didn't even answer me. So he literally just hands me a drink, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm drinking.
It wasn't Red Bull.
It was not Red Bull. I have no idea. Well, I think it was a concoction of Mountain Dew and Sprite.
That's what it tasted like, Mountain
Seriously.
Dew. It
Or,
tasted like
grape Fanta, however the heck. That's what it tasted like.
horrible.
But I could not believe. I mean, honestly, isn't Red Bull a Coca-Cola product? Maybe it is in the fountain thing. No way.
I don't know. I've only seen them bust out the cans. Like I thought that little spray thingy only had like Coke and like soda water.
I am definitely not the first person to ask that man for a Red Bull vodka.
He looked at you like you were an idiot.
Oh my God. He literally held it up and was like, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't, and didn't even answer me.
I don't work here. Like
essentially drank gasoline for all I know.
That was stupid. And at the same bar, I was wearing this wig. If y'all follow us on social media, then you've seen it, but this will definitely be more of the visual aid this week. One of the theme nights on this trip was The Office, and we had to pick a character, so we went as Kelly and Ryan, but I wanted to be Ryan whenever he bleached his hair after he went to Thailand. And so I had this wig, and I put it on my head, and like I can't explain to you how freaky it looked. It was like perfectly sitting on my head and such, like it looked like my real hair, and I was scared of myself.
No, it was so alarming.
It was horrifying.
Literally, she put it on. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, okay, you either look like a straight up boy or like a 70-year-old grandma with a short haircut. And then we figured out you looked like Princess Diana.
Princess Diana. I did a poll on my Instagram. I was like, who do I look like? And it was Princess Diana, a frat boy, Donald Trump, or Hillary Clinton. It was literally giving both. And everybody,
at one time.
Yeah, everybody said that it was Princess Diana. It was so scary. And the bar that we got the Red Bull drink at, Red Bull, allegedly. We were leaving, and this bachelor party like stopped us, and I had gone to the bathroom and taken the wig off and just put my hair in a bun, and they were like, holy shit, we've been trying to figure out if that's your real hair all night. I'm like, oh my God,
okay,
no.
It was so believable. Everybody thought we were dating the whole night. At the bar before, we were sitting there ordering a drink together, and the bartender's like, can I take a picture of you two? So he took a picture, and he goes, all right, so what's the situation here? I'm like, no, that's my best friend. She has a wig on. Like, we are not dating.
I'm a girl.
So we were in the bathroom at that bar, the Red Bull bar. Oh my God. And I took the video of you taking off your wig. We have to post that. It is hysterical. Like, we just both stopped at the same time and figured out what was happening.
My hair underneath there, like my little bun, I had on a wig cap, so like it was just this like slick, horrifying thing. So to see the scary wig then come off to like my slicked back little bun, it was shocking.
It was insane. I think everybody was confused for sure. Oh, and then I forgot that we were in the conga line, and all of a sudden some man smacks me on my arm and he goes, "You win." And I'm like, "What? What did I win?"
You know what he meant? You win because I'm such a catch. That's what it is. He saw us walk in. It was
you
like,
are a winner.
Damn, that girl wins. That's a hot man.
I literally looked at Lauren and I was like, what did he say? And she goes, you win? I'm like, what did I win?
Yeah.
What a freaking weirdo.
Very weird. I also had on full glam with this wig. So like I think if I had really committed and done no makeup, I would have looked even more like a boy.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so funny. So to continue that night, we went back to the hotel and it was relatively early. It was like 10:30.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell from your perspective?
Yes.
God.
I'm like, I'm going to go tan, like do myself tanner and take my makeup off. Why don't we like put on some TV? So Jamie turns on the TV and what's her name? John Bonet?
John Bonet Ramsey, yes.
John Bonet Ramsey, I guess it's some anniversary week. And there was a documentary series that was on the TV. And all of a sudden, I just hear Jamie getting so worked up. And she told me, she's like, oh, I'm obsessed with this. But I didn't think it was like that obsessed. The documentary, they're like telling the story of what happened to her. And then they're like, but something was suspicious. And Jamie's like, yeah, it was. Like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, she's screaming in there. She was so worked up about this. And then they would like say like what the police thought. And she's like, it was the brother. Like going off.
Like literally, I was going through the channel guide and I'm like, oh, John Bonet Ramsey, hell yeah, we're watching that. Lauren's like, what is this? I'm like, it is this murder case that has not been solved of this like 7-year-old beauty pageant girl. I'm like, it's a brother. I've already watched a 6-part documentary about this. It was the brother. The mother was like covering it up and they're saying things in the show. And before they even said anything about the ransom note, I'm like, yep, this is X, Y, and Z. This is why it was the mom. Like, I am so weirdly infatuated with this case and I'm so pissed that it's not solved. It's freaking solved. It's a brother. I'm telling you right now, it's a brother. But Lauren like really had to, and I was screaming.
Literally,
about this.
before they brought the note, you're like, bring out the ransom note. And I'm like, what?
Decipher it. It's the same. It's the same thing. They knew the bonus that the dad got that year. How would they know? Like, oh my God, no. I'm literally so that is what we ended our night on. And I honestly woke up in the middle of the night so freaked out. I was like, We're gonna get killed.
I slept like a rock. I was like, wow, that was crazy. Jamie's like obsessed with that.
Oh
Good
my
night.
God. Yeah, I think it was just like the 20-something year anniversary of her death.
That is really sad and
but
scary.
they've reopened it because they found new DNA or something. It was crazy. The whole case is crazy.
Yikes. Yeah,
Wow.
so that was an interesting little tidbit that I had no idea about Jamie. I didn't know she was a little true crime junkie.
She learned that about me, and I learned about Lauren that she doesn't like the Cupid Shuffle.
I hate the Cupid. Fuck the Cupid Shuffle. I'm sorry. I hate that. I hate it. If at my wedding, if the DJ dares to play the Cupid Shuffle, it's gonna be at the top of the list. Do not play Cupid Shuffle.
No.
That might be the whole list.
She was going off in the middle of the bar, and I'm like, are you okay? Like,
Listen.
talk about same level of me getting worked up. You were getting worked up, and I was like, are
I hate
we
it.
okay?
I don't know why I hate it. Actually, I feel like I do know why, because ever since I was 3 years old, every social event that has music, the Cupid Shuffle, let's retire it. What if we just retire it? Maybe once a year we have a Cupid Shuffle day, and everyone worldwide does the Cupid. Wait. Good idea. One day a year, everyone in the world makes a TikTok doing the Cupid Shuffle, and we let it live, and then we let it die, like at midnight on the dot.
I'm not gonna lie, I like a good Cupid Shuffle.
We've been trying to get better about this. Y'all let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah,
Let
there
us
we
know.
go. You
Let
like
us
the
know.
Cupid Shuffle? Yay or nay?
Yeah, but the reason that I was so mad about it is because we were at this club. We finally got to this club that was really fun on Saturday night on Bourbon Street, and it was
yes.
like jumping, sweating kind of music. And then they threw the Cupid Shuffle in there. I was like, this is just not the vibe. Anyway,
Oh my God, we had so much fun at that
Yeah.
club. There was like a hype man on stage that Lauren and I like literally fell in love with. He was dancing around like doing little fairy moves. It was amazing.
it was incredible. Literally, at one point, he just pulled his shorts up just to show everyone his white thighs, and we were like, do we love him?
Do we love him? And yes, we did give him one of our podcast business cards on our way out.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're about to get into all the characters that we met. I'm so excited.
Including one of those characters is a man that was dead ass sprinting on the treadmill at midnight.
Y'all, we went to just get some water before we went to bed after the John Bonet documentary. And I don't think he was a man. I think he was like 14. I think he was a teenager.
Sprinting.
Absolutely hauling ass on the treadmill. He was, no, seriously, he was on like a 15 incline, like 10 miles per hour, flooring it. And we're like, oh my God. And so we crept, the water thing is in the fitness center.
Right behind him.
We walked up behind him and we were like, hi. He did not even notice that we were there. He was in the freaking zone.
In the zone. Do what you gotta do, but it is midnight. We don't need to be that committed. We
Maybe-
can go to sleep.
I don't know what teenage boys are like, but maybe he's got a lot of energy. You know how little kids, you have to wear them out? Maybe he's got to wear himself out. That sounded kind
Sounds
of
like a
gross.
personal problem. Anyways,
We're gonna.
dude, the cackle.
I just said teenage boys, and he's gonna wear himself out before bed, and everyone in the room behind the camera was like, "What?" Ew! I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sweating. Oh my God. Okay. Well. Anyway.
So horrible. On that note, we're gonna jump to Bourbon Street,
Oh my God.
where we just saw character upon
Okay.
character.
Okay. I guess we'll
I hope
start
you
at
guys
the
are
top of this
enjoying these
list.
stories as much as we are, because this is insane.
Oh my God.
The things that happened to us while we were there, it never ended.
Oh my God. Where is that lady? Okay, so we left off on this list. We left off the lady. As soon as we got onto Bourbon Street, okay, and here's the thing. I'm not trying to throw shade, and do not come for me. I understand people have issues and
Yeah, for sure.
mental health problems, drug
Yep.
problems. I get that. But if you've been to Bourbon Street, you know it's a different kind of thing. This woman was flailing her fists around like this and almost clocked me in the head. And all I didn't say anything to her. I just reacted because I almost got nailed. I just went like a little, whoa. And she looks at me and she goes, fuck you. And I was like, me?
Wait, it was so aggressive. So from my perspective, I looked at Lauren and I was like, what did you say to her? She was like, I didn't say anything. I look at this woman. Now she's hauling ass down Bourbon Street, winding up, just punching herself in the head over and over again.
It
I
was
was like,
alarming.
oh my God.
And again, I hope that she gets the help that she needs. I genuinely do. But I did not deserve that. I did nothing to you.
I really thought that you were going to get taken out by this woman. And I'm like, I'm going to have to take off my mules and smack her in the head. Something's going to have to happen.
And so as soon as that happened, we were trying to figure out a bar to go into, and no one could choose what bar. And I looked at Jamie, I was like, I am so sober right now. I need to get somewhere because that was jarring. I need a drink. Holy shit.
So in
Crazy.
the middle of us trying to figure out which bar to go into, this man walks up to Lauren and I and he's like, "Which bar are you going to?" We're like, "I don't know, sir. We're trying to figure that out right now. Like, we're not in the mood to have conversation with anyone." And he goes, "I've got a good bar you can go to. It's called the Dungeon Bar." I'm like, "What?
Ooh, cool.
What is that?" We're like, "Oh, what's it about?" And he's like, "There's cages inside of there. There's some handcuffs. But the trick is you can't use your phone. You can't text. You can't call. You can't take videos." Lauren goes, "Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. I am not going in there." We're like, "Are you kidding me?"
Literally,
That's what you're going to suggest.
He was looking at us like we were crazy. He's like, "What's wrong with that?" I was like, "Listen, it sounded like a little bit hot whenever you first said it, but then you said we're not allowed to have phones. No, I'm not going to follow you to the dungeon where I'm not allowed to share my location. Absolutely not, bro."
No, and we saw Dungeon Man a few times that
Yeah,
night.
he came back, and
He came back.
we were at a country bar. And he first comes up to me on the side. He like definitely forgot that he had already invited us to the dungeon. He
The dungeon.
yeah, he came up on my like right, and he was like, "Hey, what do y'all do?" And I was like, "You've literally already talked to us. You invited us to the dungeon." He goes, "Oh yeah." And then he said, "Well, you promised me you'd buy me a Jack and Coke." I was like,
Lauren goes, "Huh?
I did not.
Jamie?" I was like, "Get away from me."
Yeah. So
No,
then
I
he's
didn't.
talking to me, and I noticed him like glancing at Jamie. And this cowboy bar we were in had saddles for seats, and so like I'm trying to explain this for the audio only
I was, like,
folks.
perched
She's like
up.
straddling this like saddle, and she's ordering. So
'Cause
she's
it's like
leaned.
you're on a horse.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's how you sit on it, but she's ordering, so she's like leaned forward too, and like Jamie's got like the best butt ever, so like her butt was just looking particularly good the way she was sitting, and this dude is like trying to talk to me, and he's like glancing, and then he just stops mid sentence, and y'all, he literally says, "Y'all just seem like a fun time." And I looked at Jamie's ass. I said, "Yeah, we are. Like, we're on to you. You're not slick.
I literally turned around and saw both of them looking at me, and I was like, "Is everything okay?"
We're just talking about your butt. Don't worry."
What is happening? Oh my God. Well, I guess to kind of go off of that little note right there too. There were grown men holding like boa constrictors literally around their necks, just like running around Bourbon Street. I think they were actually on one of those little wheel things. Not a Segway.
Shit. The ones that catch on fire. Oh my God, I'm sure people hoverboards. Thank you.
Yes.
People are like screaming at their phone right now.
Hoverboard. So anyways, like one of them has this massive yellow snake and I'm walking by and he looks at me, he's like, "You." I was like, "Nope, get away from me." Immediately with that snake, I don't want. He's like, No. Grabs my hand, probably kisses my hand for about 10 seconds. Oh my God, I feel so foul. Is it?
I've said it like 5 times. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm worked up.
He literally looks at me and he goes, "I want to fuck you so bad." And I was like, immediately, no, get away from me. And I like ran. I ran away. And Lauren's like, "Where'd you go?" I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, I'm scared. Like I literally felt like I was going to die from the snake. And now I just feel violated. I need to leave.
Like,
I don't like Bourbon Street anymore.
Out of control, kissing the hand with this. Where do you look? Do you look at the hand? Do you listen to him? Do you look at the snake?
Well, he's like kissing my hand. I'm like, "Bro, let go. What are you doing?"
I
This
would-
is so
yeah.
weird. And that was the most aggressive comment to make. Like,
Yeah.
done.
I got problems with people who touch on you. Like, just don't touch my hand.
Oh my
I'm good.
God. It
I'm
was
good.
so aggressive. Sorry, guys. Oh my God. I feel
Yeah.
like I need to go wash my mouth out with soap.
It's okay. It's all right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Jam.
Jam. Oh my God. Okay. So I know that they're listening. I know that they're listening because he told me that they would be listening. So we're in the country bar, right? And we're trying to just like talk to people. So there's this guy and we're like, let's like guess his name. And so I'm just like trying just based on like his hat and the shirt he's wearing. I'm like, Jackson. Hunter.
I hate you. Spencer.
John.
Nope,
like I'm
none
just
of it was
yelling names until he looks, and obviously he doesn't look, but his friend catches us just screaming at him, and they're like, "I think they're trying to talk to you." I'm like, "We're really not. We're just like messing around."
Yeah.
And he came up and he's like, "My name is 4 letters and it starts with a C." And I go, "Coop."
Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, "It's gotta be Coop." It wasn't. It was Cody. Shout out to you.
Yep.
But so Cody starts talking to us, and his friend is like
No.
hammered, and he starts trying to set Jamie up with the friend, and so he's like, his name is 3 letters, and we're like, Jam.
Like, I don't know why that was it. Like, we were fully guessing everyone's name in Jam. That's the first thing that came out.
Jam just flew out of my mouth, and then the rest of the whole night, I was just cackling to myself. I'd be like just sitting there by myself, like, Jam. His name was Sam, though, so we were actually really close.
And listen, Sam, this is not a diss against you. You are a very nice man. But as Lauren's talking to this Cody guy, Sam's sitting next to me, and he'd go, "Hey, what's your name?" "Jamie." "Where are you from?" "New York, but I live in Savannah." "Oh, cool." We'd look away. "Hey, what's your name?" This man asked me the same 2 questions about 10 times, to the point where I was just sitting there staring forward at the bar. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh my God.
I can't.
She was so over it. And meanwhile, the other guy that's talking to me, he's like, yeah, we're staying at the Ritz. Like, you and all, like, your girlfriends should just come and, like, jump in the pool. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, we're about to come jump in the Ritz pool. Jamie, let's go. I'm, like, trying to rally Jamie, and she's so pissed. She's like, we're leaving. I was like, you're right. Yeah, good call.
I was like, I know exactly what's trying to happen here. I don't want to go home with Jam. I don't.
Jam the man. I love Jam.
And then Jam disappeared. So I don't know where he went. I hope you are well. It wasn't going to happen between us.
I think he walked back to the Ritz.
It was
oh my
interesting.
God.
It was really, really insane.
He asked you where you're.
If he had asked me one more time, I was like,
5 times he said, what's your name?
So then, there were so many characters in this like cowboy bar, for real. Because then we're sitting there, and Cody was like, yeah, we should go dance or something. And I was like, I am really not in the mood to dance, and I don't want to sit here by myself. Some drunken man like appears from behind Lauren, and he goes, you won't be alone. And I was like, no, not you, sir. Not today.
It was like that hour of the night where, like, whatever man is left at the bar was like, eyes on the prize, these 2 ladies, and we were like, we don't want it.
No.
Like,
He literally said then, I think I looked at him and was like,
okay.
No,
and we don't even have this written down. Maybe we did. No, we don't. I don't even think that you saw the like hairy man with the really, really long hair, and he was super sweaty.
No.
He comes up to me while we're all talking. He taps me on the shoulder, and like his face and hair dripping with sweat. I'm like, what is going on with you? And he goes, hey. And I'm like, hello.
Like, bro.
And he says, I'm here on a bachelor party, and I got somebody who really wants to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, where is he? And so I turn around, and it's the bachelor or the groom, whatever. And he's standing there. He's this bald guy. He's just sitting there looking over at me. And he just waves. And I said, hello. And the hairy guy goes, yeah. And I was like, what? And then he goes, I'm so sorry, I'm rolling. And I was like, oh, that explains a lot right now. I was like, get away from me. So that was very weird.
I'm telling you, they were like really out to play. And also being the single girl on a bachelorette trip was like, I felt like I was the target all the time. Because then I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden some guy comes up, which I find out later that Kate, the bachelorette, he was trying to dance with her, and she goes, I'm not single, but you know who is? My friend up at the bar with a sparkly blue top. So doesn't he mosey his way on over, and he's like, hey, you want to dance? I'm like, nope. I will come find you if I would like to. And he just wanders away. I'm like, okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, it was too much. It was too much.
God.
Wow. It was truly something. But yeah, I mean, we had a really good time.
We did. We stayed out. We like really floored it the last night. We stayed out till 4 a.m.
We did.
So good for us.
It was great.
Go team. We met a lot of new friends.
We did. Gave out our business cards a few times.
We did. Yeah. Our chicks and dip cards. We gave them to everybody.
Yep.
It was awesome.
We, the next day, our flight was not until 5 p.m. I don't ever advise anyone to do that again. But while we were in the airport, 2 men started literally fighting with each other.
It was
about
insane.
to fist fight.
This guy was standing there on the phone, like in the middle of like the concourse, and he was like talking on speakerphone, which rude, but that he was yelling at
someone. I think like his girlfriend.
He was calling her baby, but he was also like saying like F you to and all this stuff, and he's like, I didn't F your cousin.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't screw your cousin. We're like,
crazy.
What is going on?
Yeah. And
Insane.
so some guy came up and like, I mean, should he mind his own business? Probably. But he came up and just was like, hey man, like, why don't you take it down a little bit? Like, you're disturbing the entire concourse. And this guy like threw his jacket down and was like ready to freaking brawl. And the other guy was ready to. He dropped his little carry-on and was like, you want to go? Like, crazy.
Yeah, and they kept like doing that little like bobbing at each other to see who was like gonna do the first move. And let me tell you right now, security was not on it. It took them so long. I'm sorry. And like 10 minutes into them fighting, you got Paul Blart, the mall cop, coming in on the Segway, just slow. And he's like, sir, let's talk about what happened.
Oh my God.
I have a video of them fighting, so that's going to be another visual aid.
Yeah. No, my favorite part of that whole thing was where they were trying to fight was right next to the Auntie Anne's pretzel stand. And so like after the police showed up, all the pretzel employees had to come out and like give a statement. It was so funny to me.
It was insane. So needless to say, those, 4 days were just kind of crazy. And honestly, a new test to our friendship because we didn't kill each other.
Yeah, I know. We did really good. We
team.
like set the right temperature. Honestly, that was really nice of
We
you
did.
for turning the AC.
You're welcome.
I would have been really, really mean if it was hot in that room. Thank you for that, Jamie.
You are welcome. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed these stories. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happened.
No, the only other thing that we did talk about that we added to our list, in the Uber on the way to the airport, we were just like, I wasn't really hungover, but we were definitely exhausted.
Oh,
and
I
you know,
was
like I
not doing
mentioned
well.
this last week, like whenever you're so tired that you're just saying random stuff, somehow, I don't even know like how, but dogs licking you in the mouth came up. And like, I'm just curious if you guys let your dog like lick your face, because my parents, they have 2 little Malteses and they're like hypoallergenic. They're the cleanest dogs you've ever seen. And like, honestly, if they lick my mouth, I really don't care.
Nope. I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm judging you so hard. That is the most disgusting thing to me if a dog licks me. Like,
Anywhere?
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, I just feel like if they lick like my hands too much, then it's disgusting. My hand smells like dog. If they lick my face, I will have a full mental breakdown. If they lick inside of my mouth, I would freak out.
I don't welcome it, but you need to see my parents' dog. She's this big, and
I
so
don't.
she's a little wiggle worm, and she just puts her
Nope.
little tongue right in there. It's it's so quick, you don't even know what happened.
Have you ever watched The Parent Trap?
Yes.
Where like Meredith at the end, the little iguana runs into her mouth,
Oh.
or the lizard. That's the equivalent. The face that you just made, that's what I feel.
That's a whole lizard in
I
your
don't care.
mouth. That
Your
is
mouth-
not the same as a little Maltese tongue.
Your mouth is open and something's happening. It's not good. So I'm just curious. Do you guys let your dogs lick your face or the inside of your mouth?
Not willingly, let's be clear. I'm not opening my mouth and welcoming a tongue.
God, that is so scary. Like, if a big dog, like, I literally said, if a big dog, like, licks me, I've been kicking this whole time. If a big dog, like, licks my, like, calf or my thigh, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I don't like a big nasty tongue.
So
Like, you know, like a big
just a tiny little one. Just
yeah, the little hypoallergenic cute little baby dog. That's the only dog
just
that I really want to lick
licking
me.
the inside of your mouth.
They're clean, but like a big one, like a Rottweiler. Of course, I don't want that in my mouth. That's a huge tongue. I don't really want it on my legs either. It's disgusting.
Keep your tongue in your mouth. That's where it belongs.
That's the
Like,
episode
make
title.
it out.
Keep your tongue in your mouth. Episode 11.
Nasty. Oh my God, I'm so scared.
Anyway,
No. Actually, don't people say that dogs' mouths are like the cleanest things?
that's impossible. They lick their butt. That's literally impossible.
Okay, and you're gonna let this thing lick inside of your mouth after it's cleaning itself?
I mean, I'm not watching her go, but I'm not gonna say what I was. I'm not letting her go ATM, okay?
No, Lauren, I don't care because 5 minutes before that cute little hypoallergenic dog was probably licking its butthole and then puts its little tongue in your mouth.
She's
That's
perfect. She's
nasty.
perfect.
You got feces in your mouth.
No, I did. She's slandering my name right now, saying I have poop mouth. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That is horrible. Oh
my mouth is
God.
crystal clean.
Okay. Oh.
Smell that. Smells like neutral. Lovely. I'm not standing for this.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Okay, we're off the rails. We're
Yeah,
off the rails.
we gotta wrap
Anyways,
this up.
guys. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed those stories. If you have any crazy NOLA stories, please let us know.
Please.
We'll be putting a little.
I feel like, I'm sorry, there's one more that I want to tell that was like the best one that we
What?
forgot to mention. So the hotel that we stayed at, how did we not mention my like former experience there? We should.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
So
real
we're
quick.
gonna have to do a whole nother episode whenever I talk about just like stupid stuff that I used to do whenever I would go to New Orleans. But the hotel that we stayed at, I had stayed there before, and the last time I was there, I I was either 19 or 20. I honestly might have been only 19 years old. And it was like kind of near spring break time. And so they had like the rules in place where a person over the age of 25 had to check you in the hotel. I didn't know that. So me and my little college friends are going down there for a G-Eazy concert. And I like walk up to like check in. And it was super late because we had to go to class that day and then drive afterwards. So we didn't get in until like 10:30, 11. And I go up to the desk and they're like, we need someone over 25. And so I just go, oh, yeah, my boyfriend is on his way. He's driving down right now. And she's like, okay, well, y'all can just like hang out until he gets here. I was like, yeah, for sure. So we go like sit in the lobby and I'm like, what are we going to do? We don't know anyone 25. And so we're also in another city. So I pretend to take a phone call. And y'all, I went outside and just started walking the streets. And they had a construction crew like on the night shift. And I dead ass went up to this man. He was not 25. He was probably like 40. And I was like, hi, I'm trying to check into a hotel and I will give you this $20 bill if you come pretend to be my boyfriend and check us in. And he did it. He freaking said yes. He left his construction crew for a sec, came and checked me in, and he was literally in a yellow construction vest. Like, it was so obvious. He's like, I'm here to check in. This is my girlfriend. I was like, yes, you're doing great. Yes. And so
You're doing great, sweetie.
They let us check in. They gave us the rooms. He followed us. We went up the elevator. And then I was like, you can just like exit out the back. Here's your cash. Thank you. And he went back to work. It was perfect. And now like as an adult, I'm like, I was literally on the fast track to getting kidnapped. Like, it's a miracle.
For sure.
I wish that I had gotten his name. Like, I would have loved to find him, reminisce at the Aloft New Orleans downtown. But it was really a trip down memory lane whenever we checked in this time around.
Great hotel, very friendly staff. And if you curse at them on the phone, they will tell you that that is unacceptable and hang up. We watched it happen multiple times.
Yep.
It was insane.
It was really cool. So shout out to the Aloft. This is not a sponsored thing. We just love you.
We just love you so much. All right, y'all.
We gotta
That
wrap it
was a crazy episode. But like we said, tell us your crazy stories. We want to hear them.
Yeah, tell us all your NOLA stories. Yeah. Before we head out, reminder, new episodes drop every single Monday. Show us some love on social media. Share your episode that you love. Like if you're listening, share the little, screenshot on social media. Tag your friends, like and subscribe everywhere. We really want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, y'all. That's very important to us. So please do it.
Yeah, and you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Chicks and Dip Pod, P-O-D. You can follow us on our personal Instagrams. Mine is Jamie Burton, but with 2 A's. We're tripping you up a little bit.
Mine is Lauren_Wolverton on all platforms. Yeah. And give us your feedback on this set, y'all. We're so excited.
I know. We're going to have some more additions. We're hoping to have a little sign. So stay tuned. And thank you again to Neutral for sponsoring our podcast.
Thank you so much, Neutral. We love you. We will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.